they kind of understand that it might deal with weapons or criminal, like, but they don't really understand. So from The Graduate, what
You did
what is
not
a
talk about
RICO?
this in paralegal school. um, a RICO case is typically brought against an organization that is accused of committing crimes in furtherance of that particular organization. So, um, Young Thug and the YSL gang are being accused of selling drugs, committing murders, robberies, um, things of that nature in furtherance of the YSL gang with Young Thug as its head, basically. So you typically hear RICO cases tied to mobs or much larger gangs like BMF, your Black
Mhm.
Mafia family.
Yeah.
Um, but I think this is the first time where we've really seen a rapper who's been on the cover of like Vogue um,
It's true.
being charged with racketeering, right, as the head of an organization.
Yeah.
Um, so that, I guess that's an overview of RICO.
Yeah. And so, thus far, in your opinion, who's winning, the prosecution or the defense?
I think the defense is winning solely because the prosecution has to convince the jury that each count in the indictment is true and each defendant being accused has done what they're being accused of. So if one is unfounded, then they all go. So I think that's a really, really hefty burden for any prosecution, especially for this particular group of defendants.
So they have to make sure that every single person.
Right.
Wow.
It's all or nothing.
Yeah, that does make it big.
Yeah.
Now I heard them throw out that there might be potential um, RICO charges with the Diddy situation.
Hmm.
Um, do you think that could stick?
I don't know because I don't know enough about what law enforcement actually knows. We know what TMZ says, we know what Law and Crime says. While I have read some of the complaints that have come out against Diddy, we don't really have all of the information. So that's difficult to say.
Yeah.
I if we believe what is being alleged that he is moving drugs from one place to another and moving people from one place to another and forcing people to do certain things, they still have to prove that it's in furtherance of any particular organization,
Right.
because RICO is organized crime. So if it's just Diddy all by his lonesome,
Yeah.
then I doubt it.
Yeah. I heard that. I heard that that was part of the reason that they were part of the reason that they were seeking the RICO against them was because if they don't go in that direction, then the statute of limitations might apply to a lot of the complaints, and they may not be able to pursue them. But with the RICO, then the statute of limitations is like out the window. But then you add the whole, you know, organization that has to be in furtherance of, and I guess that makes it tough there as well.
I think that uh, a lot of prosecutors get caught up in trying to make a really big case. Whereas, the Lil Rod complaint that just came out, if all of those allegations are true, that's enough to put Diddy away for a really long time.
Well,
So instead of trying to make this huge RICO case with charges that may or may not stick, why don't you just prove the allegations in the most recent complaint? You know you're not up against the statute of limitations, and
yeah,
then you don't have a problem.
yeah.